What up though? Black KC Crypto, and I got Crypto Mini with me, and this is Kid Crypto. Well, we're gonna do some quick maths for y'all. Shouts out to Crypto Mini. Hey baby, my shining star. We're
Hey, how
gonna
you
give you guys
doing?
a hey. I'm doing great. Who doesn't want to be at home doing math with their daughter? This is life. um, so yeah, this is my what we do. We do our own thing as far as this education thing. We've been doing it for about uh how old are you, Chrissy? 8 years or so. Um, really hands-on approach. I got access to the workbook that I use. This is on Ask Black KC Classroom on my Black KC INC site, and it's actually just a full textbook that I use as a crash course for 6th through 8th grade. Everything you need to know upon entering high school, out of secondary, junior high. So today we're doing fractions. As far as learning about crypto, we deal a lot with ratios. So understanding fractions and parts of a whole is just really important. So we want to get into that today, but before I get into that, Chrissy, how was your weekend?
It was great. I went out, went with my aunt, went to things, went shopping. It was a fun time.
Cash money. Y'all go out to eat. Y'all, you know what I'm saying? Did a bit.
Yeah, we went to Cheesecake Factory.
Mm,
It
cheesecake.
was really
My Miss Crypto Mini has a birthday coming up, so if you guys want to show some love, we'll definitely keep you guys abreast to what we do to celebrate that day. But yeah, I brought that up because I asked if they had a good time, and she was really telling me about how much fun they had, and everything they were saying were places that they went to shop. She had a little spending money of her own, and yeah, had a good time. And I said, you know what, we can use this to do some quick maths and try to see if we can get a handle on how to manage our money a little more responsibly. So, Chrissy, how much money did you start with?
I started with $130.
$330.
$130.
130.
Yeah,
I'm
130.
tripping. My mind just said 330, and I was just like, man, these kids be balling. I wouldn't doubt it though. Y'all kids these days. So out of 130, you know, I said, well, I was curious to how much money she had left over, and I said, well, how much do you have left? And she told me, and I said, well, that's less than half. And then, quick maths, Chrissy, what's half of 130? Okay.
What?
What's
Again.
half of 130? 50%
65.
half. 65? Nice. What math did you do to get 65?
Oh, 50, yeah, 65.
Yeah, what math did you do to get that?
I did 50. Yeah, 50 divided by 130.
For real.
Well, yeah,
I doubt it. Well, I mean,
I didn't write it down, but I didn't.
bro, if you did that, use a beast. Now, generally you should have done 130 divided by 2, because when we say 50%, it's just half. So, it's a fraction. If you don't mind me asking, what's the fraction for one half?
Fraction 1/2. That is. Oh, okay. 1/10.
No, one half as a fraction. What does that look like? I got a half. What's that fraction? What is that? What does it look like?
I'm not quite sure. I'm gonna write down.
Oh my gosh.
See.
Chrissy, we're writing fractions. I want to know what the fraction for
Oh,
one half looks like. What is that?
1/2.
Thank you. You know, so that's
One
the
over
fraction for
two.
50%. That math is literally 1 divided by 2. So that's how you get zero point 0.5. Because if I have 1 divided by 2, that's going to have 1 under the house in the box. And 2 is bigger than 1. So my answer is going to be less than 1. It's going to be point 0.5. So that's where those decimals get in. Now, she kind of cheated a little bit because we did this math, and yeah, so she knew that 50% of 130 is 65. But the number she came home with was $60. And so now the math problem is, well, what percentage is that of the money you had left? So what's the fraction, Christy? What is that fraction? If you have $60 left out of 130, what is that ratio, or what does that fraction look like?
Okay. It's 60 over 130.
Yeah. And that's the first the easiest thing when you're talking about, math. Yeah. Every fraction is a division problem. So if we have 60 over 130, and I want to know what is that as a percentage. So I literally do that math problem. It's 60. We read that bar is divided by, and it's 130. So you literally just write that math problem. It's 60 divided by, so we do it here, 130. And so just looking at that, I already see that, wait a minute, 130 is bigger than 60. So I'm going to get a really small answer. 130 goes into 60 0 times. And you're going to have something called, what do we call this when we add extra zeros, Christy?
It's a phantom zero.
Phantom zeros, right? Because 60.00 is the same thing as 60. So when you're doing division with decimals, the decimal goes on top of the decimal, and you get to work. 0 times 130 is 0. I subtract these answers. I get a 6, a 0. Bring down my next phantom 0, and then I finish doing the work. Chrissy, go ahead and work that out and see if you can get up with the answer with how much percentage money you had left. 60 out of 130.
Okay.
And while she's doing that, I guess
Got
we'll
it,
look
got
at a
it.
little chart sharks. We've been having a lot of fun. And before I get into that, let's get into, I'm gonna add that to the stream actually. The website, Ask Black KC. Go to my site, blackink.com. It'll have a link to it, and you can see the whole math book. It's got adding fractions, subtracting fractions, multiplying with borrowing, and a full gambit of everything mathematics. So that's what we do to just make sure we're on task, on track, and have these guys ready. And my Christian, she's really impressive. You got an answer already? You're looking done. No? She working it out. But yeah,
Yeah,
come to the
I'm
site.
done.
It's free. There's a link in the
Yeah.
description below, and you can go to that and have all the fun you want to with that right there. You got her already, baby?
Yeah, got the answer.
What did you get?
I got 0.46.
0.46? That ain't bad, man. I'm gonna
Yeah.
assume. So you said 46. So you're telling me 130 goes into 600. How many times?
130 goes into 600 4 times.
Right. And that's what you want to make sure. You want to make sure you're in line on the right place value. Christy, here's a trick question. What place value is this number right behind the decimal? What do we call that place?
Um, that place value is which place?
Right behind the decimal. In front of the decimal, this is the ones place. This is the tens place. But behind the decimal, what is the first one behind the decimal called?
Oh, that is the. I don't quite know the name of that. I'm
Uh,
guessing
it's the
it's
what?
in the no place. It's in the 10th place.
Tenths, yeah. And make sure you put that th. And that the reason I wanted you to say that because that's literally what we call fractions. This is 1/10. And the way we write that decimal is literally 1 in the tenths place. So that's number is called 4/10. And so you said 4 in the 130, then that's what's this number under here? 5 something, 520. Then you must have
Yeah,
got the 80, 800. You said it went 6 times. And what's that? 7
6
what?
times. Yeah,
What's 6 times 130? 700 what?
Excuse me.
6 times 130. What answer did you get?
6 times 130 is it is 1 second. 780.
Thanks. And then we got 20 left over. We're gonna stop because we're dealing with money here in percents. We only need two numbers behind the decimal right now. And I know that 130 goes into 200 about how many times?
130 goes into 200. Once.
Yeah, about one. So that's close enough. And now, if I had to write that
Other
number,
once.
well, here's another question. How do you say this number? 0.461. How do we read that number?
Hmm.
Let's get a
Fourth one.
huh?
Okay. That is.
Well, let's do this first. The four is in the tenths place,
I don't
correct?
quite know. It says 461.
Well, it's 0.461. How do you say that number though? Now listen, the four is in the what place? What place is the four in?
Four. It's in the 100s place now.
No, it never moved. What place did you say the first time?
Oh, the 10th place.
Yeah, the four is in the tenths place. What place is six in?
The ones place.
No, we were talking about tenths. This is the tenths. The six is in the what? What's smaller than the tenth?
The
What's the next smallest fraction?
mm,
Here's a hint. When we're dealing with money, it's only
yeah,
two. So that's the what place? The six is in the what place?
the ones place.
No, this is the ones place. The zero is in the ones place, but we don't even have one. It's less than one. So it's a zero in the ones place. The four is in the tenths place. It's 1/10 of one. The six is in what's the next smallest place going behind the decimal? That's the what place?
Oh, okay. The tenths. The tenths place. Because there's two different tenths. There's the tenths and there's the tenths.
Right, but this is the tens with a TEN, tens place. And that's just 10. Tenths is 1/10 with the TH. So what place is the six in? This is the tens.
The hundreds place.
Well, this is the hundreds, but you're not saying it with the TH, hundredth, because it's 1/100. This is 600ths, 1/100. That's the hundredths place. Because if you have a penny, how many pennies are in a dollar?
100.
Right. So if you have one penny, how do you write that as a decimal? If I got 1 cent, how do I write that as money, as a decimal?
Okay.
1 penny, 1 cent.
Oh, yeah, okay. Point one.
How do you write? Huh?
Yeah, point one.
Is it
Well, 0.01.
right?
Yeah,
What place is that one in one penny? 0.01. What place is the one in?
the ones place.
No. In the ones place, there's a zero. There is no ones. It's not $1. It's $0. It's a piece of a dollar. One out of 100. What place is that called?
Then
What place is it if it's not the ones place or the tens place? What's next?
one place.
The hundredths.
The hundreds
It's literally
place?
one out of 100. One divided by 100 is 0.01. It's 1 penny. The tenths place with the th. The hundredths place with the hundredth. What place is this one in? If it's 0.461, what place is the one in?
Put one in that. The
Right. So
thousands
the answer you
place.
got is 0.461. So you said the four is in what place?
The tens place.
And the six is in the what place?
The hundreds place.
And then the one will be in the what place?
The thousands place.
Thousands. All right. And so that's what I want you to see. It's getting smaller and smaller. This four is 1/10. It's literally 1/10. It's in the tenths place. That's how you say it. That's how you write it. And this number is 4/10. And then this number is 6 in the hundredths place. It's literally 1/100ths place. And that number is 600ths. When you put them together, if I had just 0.46, that would be 4600ths. 46 in the hundredths place. How do you say the number with all three? 0.461.
Oh. Tens, hundreds, thousands.
So how do we say that number? How would we write that number as a fraction?
Right. I remember. Okay. Oh. Okay. It would be 4461 over 1000.
And how do you read that fraction?
Okay.
What is that?
How do you say that fraction?
Yeah, what is it?
461 461,000.
That's literally how you say that number. 461 thousandths. Because it's 461 in the thousands place, right? So now the last part, now all of that math, and we're just trying to find out what percentage of your money you had left. Now this decimal is the same as the percent. So we're going to move the decimal twice, right? Do you remember where we move it to?
Move the decimal in between 6 and 4, 4 and 6.
No, you move it twice, right? Because remember, when we have
Oh, so you
0.50,
move it.
that's right. 0.50, if it's 50%, we move it twice, right? So you move that twice. It's 46.1%. It's how much money you had left. All right.
Yeah,
That ain't bad for a bad day's work, man. We're gonna get into some more of those. Actually, I want to give you some more. So I'm gonna give you a couple, two or three, and we're just gonna get a little quick wrap up before we get out of here. More, if you guys don't know what it is, More is a cryptocurrency. Remember Trevon James, and he does a lot as far as on outreach, onboarding, giving away a ton of tokens. My daughter here was a big part of what you guys saw at the Postmasters tournament. We had the More water bottles, and she was almost single handedly responsible for putting all those stickers on that More stuff. So thank you so much, sweetie, for your hand. Thank you for what you've done here today. This has been awesome. And yeah, hopefully if you can I'm gonna give you 3 problems, get all 3 of these right, and I'm gonna airdrop you 10 more. So let's get to it. All right, I'm gonna write 3 and you tell me what it's supposed to say.
You gotta.
Can you see the board? If I had this number,
Yeah. Can see it.
what is that? How do you read that number? What is that number?
I can't quite see it good.
0.06.
Oh, okay. Okay. 0.06. The number for that is 6 cents.
Okay, that's not wrong, but I want to know how we read that number. If it was money, yeah, that would be 6 cents. But how do we read the number 0.06? It has a place value. It has a fraction equivalent. So how do we read it? What is that number? What's the name of that number, 0.06?
Okay. 6/0. Wait, no. Okay. So 6.
Okay, she working. She got it. I think she got it. What is that number called?
It's called cents. It's 6 cents.
Well, I mean, no, if it was money, yeah, but it has a name. It's behind the decimal. That's all the hints I can give you. It has a place value. There's 2 separate numbers. It's not a 0. It's not a 6. It's 0.06. How do we read that number?
Oh, I got it. It's 1 second. It is 10 thousandths. No,
10.
10 hundredths.
All right, that's not a bad guess. It's wrong. 6 is in the what place? What place is the 6 in?
Oh, it's in the ones place.
It's not. What place is the 6 in?
The ones. The
It's in the
hundredths
what?
place.
Yeah, it's in the hundredths with a th. You have to make sure you say that
The
because they'll let you
hundredths
know it's
place.
behind the decimal and it's small. It's 6 in the hundreds place. It's literally 6 over 100. It's in the hundreds place. How do you say that number? What is it? What's that number called?
Oh, 6 tenths.
I mean, it would be if it was in the tenths place, but it's 6 in the hundreds place. It's literally
Oh,
that
six
fraction. How do you read?
hundredths.
That's the name of that number.
Six
So I
hundredths.
can't give you the 10 more because you missed the first one. If you get the last 2 right, then I can airdrop you 5, but you got to get both of them. Let's see.
Okay, okay, I got it. I got it. I got it. Let it be. Looks like I'm gonna be adding 5 more.
It's a little difficult. What you got?
All right.
Point,
Different.
0.105.
Okay, let me think for a second.
She trying to get some more. Trying to get some more.
Okay, I'm thinking. I'm thinking. Let's see. Let's see what math I can do for this. Oh, so. Okay. Would it be
What you got?
$1.05? No, not $1. No.
How do you read that number? Is what I asked you. What's the name of that number?
Oh,
What you got?
0.105.
I mean, that's how
It's
it
point
looks.
one zero
What's his?
five, but I was trying to think.
Yeah, that's what it. That's how it looks. What's his name?
Okay. Is it 100, 105 thousandths?
Say it again. What is it? What did you say?
105. I
I don't know.
don't
Maybe the
know how to
Wi-Fi
like.
was hating on it. They ain't want to take. Say it again. I think the Wi-Fi shut you off. Say it one more time.
Okay. 105 thousandths.
That's the answer. I don't know what took you so long to say that. The 5 is in the thousands place. 105 thousandths. It's literally 105 over 1,000. If it was only point 0.1, it'd be 1/10. If it was
I
only
got it.
0.05, what does that look like as a fraction? What's the name of that one?
Ooh, it's five. It's 500ths.
Thank you. Right? Because if it's 5 cents, it's literally 5 pennies out of 100 pennies. You get 100 pennies out of 100 pennies, then you get $1. Right? Until then, zero in the ones place. It's not a ones place. Not in there. All right, I got one more problem for you. I'll give you 10 if you get it right. But yeah, if you miss it, you only can get I only can give you the one for the day, one more. But hey, one more is still more than you had yesterday. Last product. This has been a really good. We're pushing up on 30 minutes. Hopefully, you can get this in 2 minutes. Now, we found a percentage when we had the fraction on the top and put it on the bottom. When you're trying to find out the percent of a number, you just multiply by the decimal, right? So you had $60 left. If you were to invest 25% of that, how much would it be? Now, what's 25% as a decimal? Huh?
I'm thinking.
25.
I'm
25% as a
thinking.
decimal. What is that? Huh?
0.25.
Yeah. So
0.25.
25%. How much money did you have left? How much did you have left?
$60.
Right. So 0.25 times 60. If you were
$60.
to invest 25%, how much would you have to invest? Do that math and tell me what you get.
Okay.
25% of $60.
All right. 1 second. 2 times 6 is. Got it.
How much is it?
So I did 60 times 25. And that answer is 1,500.
Well, I mean, is
I
nothing
didn't
going
add
through?
any decimals. So
Yeah, put the decimal in the right place. It matters. You ain't got $1,500.
$15.
Right. So if you put away 15 or 25% of your money, that's $15. I think that's a really good investment. I almost insist that you invest that much. And I already told you, whatever you're willing to invest, I will match it. So if you were to get a match from me, 15 plus 15 is how much?
15 plus 6, 15.
Yeah. How much is that? Ooh, we rusty.
How much is what?
15 plus 15.
It's 30. I said it.
Oh, I'm sorry. Well, yeah. So that's 30 for you to in whatever crypto that you choose. I'm not gonna twist your arm and say which one you should buy, but uh I'm willing to go with that. So yeah, we got your airdrop coming in with the more. We're gonna send you some more of that, and then I'll send you the $30 in ETH, and then we can see you on stream net. And actually, I
Yes.
want to share your screen. Do you have your screen up where you have post chain testnet? It's looking something like that. You got yours up? I actually sent her some testnet
I have Pulse
posts,
X up.
and she's been kind of do you
Got
have
my
your
what
screen up,
up?
Chrissy, so I can share it? And making her own mind up about the coin
Yeah,
she
I have
wants
that
to.
up.
I don't see it, sweetie. I don't. Where are they at though? Yeah, whatever. Anyway, thanks for your hard work. Thanks everybody for watching. And yeah, Kid Crypto, man, quick maths. Guess it wasn't quick. That's 30 minutes, but yeah, we'll be right back. And yeah, maybe some other stuff. Thanks for watching. And we out.